So the next thing inside the person controller I feel I want to remove is these two guys, the ID and the static persons list. Now first let me try and explain why we don't want to write this to the database right now. Well, we want to, that's the goal of it, but right now I just want to clean up my controller so it's ready to actually change to the database later on when I'm ready for that part. So let's go into the person list manager and just paste this in, because there's a bit more work to do here than I did in the person status manager, because here I actually want to be able to create and update and delete and all of those. But we'll just slowly move code over step by step from the person controller. So let's just run down slowly step by step here inside the person controller and see what we actually can reuse and what we need to change. So first of all, the index page needs a list of all the persons available. Now inside the person manager we of course need to have a read, or else we can't call ourselves an I manager of the type person, right? So that's what we're doing here. We're just calling the simple read method. Okay, awesome. But we didn't implement it yet. So let's go to the person list manager and make sure read is implemented. It's not, but that's luckily very simple. It's just pretty much returning all persons. Then we're done, right? So now we're returning the static persons list when you want to read all persons. Very, very simple. Okay, that one is safe. So let's continue to the next one, a bit more complex one. The HTTP GET for the create needs a list of all the statuses. They are not there yet, so let's create another I manager here for the person status, right? The one we just built. Let's just call it PSM, person status manager, and we'll just get a person status manager instead of a person manager, right? So I'm just kind of reusing the code here. And now I can actually go in and say psm.read again. Notice it's the same name, it's just a different manager. And now I'm actually getting all my statuses back to this view. So now we're done with that one as well. The create one, then it starts getting a bit more tricky. Notice when I create, I'm actually doing a few things. And this should not be here. I don't feel that this belongs inside this code. Instead, I want to grab all of this right here. I'll just cut it. And then I want the person manager to take care of actually creating a person. So I'll say person manager create. I'll add the person from the outside. It's coming in right here. And then I'll go to the PM manager, person list manager, and I'll find the create function. I'll pretty much just paste this stuff in, right? There we go. Now it doesn't know about statuses. Okay, then we'll need a status manager as well in here to actually start working with that. So what I'll do is I will just add a local status manager here. So person status list manager, PSM equals new person list status manager. So now we have it available, and then I can actually from here go and grab all the statuses, and let's just read. Notice that I do not want to use this lambda expression. I'll just read from the person, which right now is called T. I want to call it person here instead. So I'm just reading that specific status directly inside the status manager. So I delegate, instead of having a lambda expression here, a link lambda expression here, I actually delegate the responsibility to the person status manager. He knows how to do this. I should know how to find a specific person status inside the list. So now he's found the status, he set the status on the person, he added the ID he's created and added to the list, and then all I need to do is pretty much just return the person, and we are done. So there we go. Now the create function is working as well. Next lesson we'll continue looking into the other functions. See you next time.